I haven't had many traditional jobs in my life where I work for an employer. My first job was as a games attendant at a amusement park, which wasn't really all that amusing. It was in Adventureland in Des Moines, Iowa, and I stood there behind the counter and I took people's money and I let them play a game. And it was a great place to meet friends and make friends, of course. A way to earn, I guess, a living as a 14-year-old. That's when I started because it was just a summer job, and I earned $2.50 an hour. Yikes! And I think they're still paying employees that. I don't really know. I haven't been there in decades. So, I've had a few of those types of jobs, but not since starting down the path of creating the Locker Gnome universe of content, part of what you're experiencing today. I've been doing that since 1996. And I guess to a certain degree, I've done projects as a freelancer on the side, to bolster my income. And in recent weeks, we've had a regular viewer of the YouTube live feed, our Barry Sass, and I think that's his handle. That's from memory because I don't see him commenting today in the live feed. And he's asked, is it better to have a traditional job or to be a freelancer? And we've written an article that is the 5 essential apps and tools for freelancers. If you are someone who you drive your revenue based on helping other people, that's a good job to have because you can set your own hours, you can set your own rates. You can decide what you're going to do and what you're not going to do. The bigger challenge is getting those clients and finding rates that aren't going to kill you. In some cases, if I added up my hourly rate for Locker Gnome, I'd probably still be making $2.50 an hour. But it's afforded me a lot of freedoms and opportunities in doing what I do. There are certain tools you can use as a freelancer, and maybe you're not a freelancer yet. Maybe you're trying to decide whether you're going to be a freelancer. You can look at these tools and say, oh yeah, these tools could help me make that leap from this traditional job path that I've been on, working for other people and work for other people, but as a freelancer, potentially working for other companies and setting your own rates. One of the tools that we use I would say every day for managing finances is FreshBooks. This is one of the tools that we're recommending. In fact, I think the link that we have in our article is one that if you go through our link, we kind of get a referral because of that. If you haven't heard of FreshBooks before, it is probably, in my estimation, today the easiest way to invoice anybody, any company, and beyond. And it's a way for us to get invoices from the people who contribute to Locker Gnome. We hire freelancers. If you create content for us on a regular basis, we could potentially pay you. If you create content that's worth sharing and then doesn't need a lot of editing. Unfortunately, we get some content that's like, yeah, we can't pay for that. But you can post it to geeks.lockergnome.com for free. Knock yourself out. But we use FreshBooks a lot. And knowing that tool exists and can potentially solve some pain points that you're thinking, well, why would I want to be a freelancer if I'm going to have to use these tools that I don't understand how to use? FreshBooks is easy to use. Internet-based, you can use PayPal or traditional payment methods. For what we need, it works perfectly. I don't use it as a freelancer as much, but we use it to take invoices from freelancers and from sponsors and partners. It is the way that we track everything that's, well, not everything that's coming in, but a lot of what's coming in that we have to manage manually. FreshBooks is just one of the tools that we're recommending for freelancers. But if you're a freelancer, what is your favorite tool? Or if you're not a freelancer and you're considering going down that path, what tools are you looking for? Because they may exist. Or potentially they may not exist, and someone might see that and say, that's a good tool. Maybe I'll create that. How ideas go and flow. Like to be a freelancer, but have to come up with and decide a path to travel. I have a pretty good job now. That's from Fireman Rich, who of course is one of the outstanding members of our community and has been for quite some time. Billy Rowe 0064 says, why don't you do both, freelance and then get popular, get hired full time for that freelancer client? That's what can happen. You never know. So possibly give it a shot. Maybe these tools that we shared with you will help. Again, the article is on lockergnome.com. We've linked it, or should have linked it in the description if you're not watching the video on the page that's talking about the article itself, or is the article itself. It's kind of weird doing a video talking about the thing that will likely happen at some point in the future. I have no idea where this video is right now.